Hello, welcome to Division with Miss B. We are going to go over what is division. We are going to try and practice basic division using the Skyscraper method. We're going to try multi-digit division using estimation, and we're going to practice modeling division. Multiplication. To division. Alright, so things to remember when it comes to multiplication would be that it's repeated addition. So that means we are constantly adding. Repeated addition. And then division, which is the opposite of multiplication. So the opposite of addition would be repeated subtraction. So we are subtracting multiple times. So if we're adding, that means we should be getting a bigger number for multiplication. And then for division, we should be getting a smaller number. And the goal is to get smaller. So before we begin the Skyscraper method, I kind of want to explain the idea behind it. So, what I think of when I hear the Skyscraper method, I think of the story of the movie Skyscraper with The Rock in it. So, in the story, The Rock has built like this skyscraper, and his family lived inside it. And there's these bad guys right here. So these are the bad guys who are kind of keeping his family inside. But The Rock, of course, he's a hero of our story. He's going to help save his family. So we're going to kind of use the idea when we're trying to use division. So a way to write this as a division problem is that our family is divided by the bad guys. And we don't want that to happen. So the solution is getting our hero to save our family. So we're going to figure out how can our hero save our family. So we're going to start with, we're going to try the problem 45 divided by 9. So we're going to try 45 divided by 9. And we're going to figure out what that equals. So using our idea of our skyscraper, we know that this is our family. Right now they're divided by the bad guy. And the answer is our hero. Alright, so we're going to try and divide. So our family always goes inside the box. So our family is 45. And then our bad guys go outside the box because they're trying to keep the family in. And then our hero is the person who's trying to get into the skyscraper to help save the family. All right. So let's say I don't know what how many times 9 can go into 45. So we are going to use our times tables to help us figure that out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write 9 here a few times. So 9 times 1, 9 times 2, 9 times 3, and 9 times 4. So let's say that's all I really know right now. So 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. 9 times 3 is 27. And 9 times 4 is 36. Now I know that's not exactly 45, but that's a close enough number. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hero. So my heroes are always going to be the numbers right here. It's going to be one of those. So the hero I'm going to use is 9 times 4. Because that's the biggest factor I can think of. So my hero, where does my hero go? Goes inside this box. So we said 9 times 4 equals 36. So division is repeated subtraction. So if I subtract 45 from 36, let's figure out what that is. So if I take, I can't take 5 from 6 because 5 is too small. So I'm going to cross out the 4, make that a 3, and make this a 15. And 15 minus 6 is 9. How many times does 9 go into 9? Well, according to my times tables right here, it says 9 goes into 9 one time. So 9 minus 9, and if we put our hero right here, because that's where our hero is 1. 9 minus 9 is 0. And when we get 0, that's usually how we know we are done. But we still have to figure out what our quotient is. And our quotient is whatever we have for our heroes. So we have a 4 and a 1. And what we'll do is we'll add those together. So 4 plus 1 is 5. So that means that our answer is 5. So that means 45 divided by 9 equals 5. And we could say 9 times 5 is equal to 45. Because if we take 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and that was 5 times 9, so we know for sure that 9 times 5 is 45. So let's look at the multiplication problem. 6 times 7. So if we think of 6 times 7, we're thinking of 6 added 7 times. So 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. So if we added those all together, we should get the number 42. So we can use division to help us kind of like prove that. So when we do division, our bigger number goes inside a box kind of like this. So 42 will go inside our box. And then we can pick number 6 to see how many times it goes into 42. So let's say I don't really know how many times 6 goes into 42. So what I can do is I can write my times table across right here. So I can put 6 times 1, 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4, 6 times 5, and let's say that's as far as I can go for now. So that's okay. So 6 times 1 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12, 6 times 3 is 18, and 6 times 4 is 24, and 6 times 5 is 30. So I'm going to see how the number 30 works. So I know in division that I'm always subtracting. So I said that maybe 6 can go into 42 5 times. So I'm going to put our little hero here is what we call it. 5 so I can remember how many times I multiplied 6. So 6 times 5 I said was 30. So I'm going to subtract by 30 to see what I get. So 2 minus 0 is 2, and 4 minus 3 is 1. So I know that 6 can go into 12 because 12 is still bigger than the number 6. So how many times can 6 go into 12? So I can look right here and see that 6 times 2 is actually 12. So I know that if I do 12 minus 12 and add in my hero, which my hero will be the number 2, I can subtract 12 minus 12 and get 0. And when you get 0, that's how you know you were done dividing. But we still have to figure out our quotient. So our quotient comes from whatever heroes we have. So 5 plus 2. So 5 plus 2, that equals 7. So that means 6 can go into 42 7 times. And we kind of checked that earlier right here. We said that 6 times 7 is 42. So 6 can go into 42 7 times.